I'm just tidying. I just thought I'd invite you in. I'm just straightening up my marks. I've been using the yoga room and built myself a luxurious seat. Sitting in here relaxing because it's so nice. Let me move it over here. Good morning, Joy. Good morning, Chloe. There's my mat nearly straight.
Good morning and happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I think my mat's it's still not. That'll be okay. So good morning. Just going to see if anyone else is here yet. No. Big screen. That's it. We're looking neat and tidy enough now. It's still not perfect, but nothing ever is really, is it? So good morning, Chloe. Good morning, Joy. Welcome back. Saw Chloe on Tuesday, but it's always a pleasure, and it's so nice to see you, Joy. I love delivering this class. We've done it hundreds of times. Do you know? So when I do the Zoom recordings, when I teach through Zoom, it records every class, and I got an email from them the other day, and it said I'd overfilled my storage and they were going to delete all my videos, which I don't mind because they were before I got the good camera. Anyway, I've taught yoga online 548 times since lockdown. Isn't that amazing? 548 classes. Awesome. So here's the first class of the year. So I'm going to invite you to come to standing. We're going to take it nice and steady and slow and just really, really enjoy the gift of movement. And you know what I'm going to say now. Start off by shaking your right hand. Loosen up your fingers and your wrist. Just let go of any tension that's accumulated over the festive period. First of all, take your awareness into your thumb and your first finger, your middle finger, ring finger, and your little finger. Just coming over to let whoever that was, like Lindsay. All right. And then just feel that wonderful flow as it travels up into your forearm and your elbow, up into your bicep and into your shoulder. And I'm going to invite you just to separate your feet a little bit and then shake that arm down towards the ground. And when you do it, let your head and your neck relax. Good morning, Lindsay. We're just on the first arm, right arm. That's great. Let any tension dissolve from that shoulder and then just relax down there for a moment or two. Catch your breath. And all we're going to do is stand up and stretch up on that right side and feel the stretch come all the way up from your foot, and take your time as you breathe in, find space in the ribs, and breathe out, let that arm come overhead. And just take a few breaths here as well, expanding into the ribs, feeling those intercostal muscles. And then that arm is going to come down in front and just let it relax by your side. Wow, what a difference. Let's do the same on the other side. Bringing everything into balance, loosening up. So it's been a real pleasure teaching this class this week. So I had Tuesday with Chloe. And then yesterday I taught in Greenhill. And oh my goodness, the noises, because I can't hear your noises, but the noises of relaxation and people's faces, it's such a gift, Andrew, yoga, it really is. So let that awareness move through your thumb, your first finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your little finger. Let it flow into your palm, your wrist, and the forearm. As it rises up into the bicep and shoulder, fold forwards down towards the ground. Let any tension go from that shoulder, from the neck. Such a great way to start the day. Pause for a moment down there, let your arm just swing for a moment. If it's still, that's fine, don't worry. And then lift up, stretch up on the left side, enjoy that stretch. Reaching up. Oh, there we go. She's hit the light. Fantastic. Breathing in as you reach up. And then breathe out, let the arm come over. Take a few breaths here. And then breathe out, let that arm just come down by your side. Walk your feet a little bit closer together. Anchor the balls of the feet down, lift the heels. Get your whole body moving. We're going to stir up the lymphatic system. Get the fluids in the body moving. Hopefully your breakfast is settled. Just going to do this for a moment or two. You know, your whole body is relaxed. Lift your arms up now, breathe in. And as you breathe out, bend your knees and swing the arms back. Feel a stretch through your hamstrings. And then breathe in, rising back up. Lifting the sternum, enjoying that stretch. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, come down, bend your knees and stand back up again. This time as we come down, we're going to pause down there. So take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come down, let your arms come forward, let your head, neck and shoulders relax. And just pause in this forward bend. Let your arms come forward. Let your head and your neck relax, so your head's in line with your spine. And then let your knees bend, so your abdomen rests onto your thighs, or your ribs rest onto your thighs. And then take a breath here. Breathe out and slowly and steadily start pressing the soles of the feet into the ground, rise up. And again, we're going to take the hands through the midline of the body. Enjoy that big stretch up. Wonderful. Now, interlace your hands up overhead, turn the backs of the hands up towards the ceiling. So you've got to stretch through the forearm. And all we're going to do is come over towards the right side. You've got to stretch through the left. Engage core, breathe in, lift up and go over to the other side. Wonderful. Come back up to the middle and relax both arms. Create that circle in front. Lovely. We need to give the legs a shake out, don't we? So take the weight into your left leg. You can use the wall or something to support you. Lift your right foot and circle your toes. Popping your core muscles on will really help to support you. You can lift pelvic floor and draw in those lower abdominals. And take your toes around for a few times. Just easing the ankle, letting the fluids in the ball and socket joint there really start to flow. And pause, go the other way. And then give your foot a little shake. Really focus on the sole of the foot. Relaxed arch of the foot, the heel, toes. And then let that lovely shaking vibration move into your calf muscle. And then coming up through the knee. And then into the thigh. Into the quad, the quadricep. And it goes into your hip. And then bring the leg to the front. And then it's good for the brain. So we take the whoa Take the leg across the body carefully, not like me. That's it. Pop your arms out. That always helps, I find. And then bring your foot back around, place it back down. And we've strengthened the left leg at the same time. So just lifting that left leg now and circle your toes. Core muscles on. Now it helps, as you know, to find something steady to focus on. Change direction when you're ready. Give your foot a shake out. Focusing on the toes. Arch the heel. Ankle. Calf muscle. And your knee. Ooh, here we go. I'm not focusing, am I? Usually I find when I'm chattering, I'm just fine, but I found a spot on the wall now. So really go up into your knee and your thigh. Leg comes to the front. Arms out. Come across the body. So this really helps the brain, the left and the right hemispheres. Bring your foot back around, place it down, whole body shake. Enjoy it. First full shake of the year for some of you. So I've been using my yoga room quite a lot. I've been coming in here and I've been spending a few hours each day I've been doing this thing, it's called Alo Moves. I signed up to it last year and it's much stronger yoga than what we do. It's different. I like it. I just zone out. And it's been really good for me. But I just love our Drew because it's so different. It really is. And the difference is when you do your Drew, you feel clear afterwards. When I do the Alo moves, there's no relaxation, there's no warm-up. It's kind of just very physical. So we're so blessed to have this. Let your shoulders lift up towards your ears, breathe in. As you breathe out, relax those shoulders down. Breathe in again, lifting your ribs. Feel that expansion and breathe out, let those shoulders come down. And then we're just going to start to alternate. And this movement is all about unraveling tension. Tiny circles to begin with. And as your shoulders start to move, let the movement come down through your hips and your knees, into your ankles. And we'll just start to lift the elbows up. As you lift your elbows, you feel space in the ribs. So just going back to my yoga I've been doing, they talk about gills in the ribs, and I think it's really funny. But it's true, isn't it? When we move the ribs, we find space. I never knew humans had gills, and they all talk about it. It's quite funny. Lengthen your arms down now, swing the arms through, compression in the kidneys. Fabulous. Hopefully building a bit of warmth in the body as well. Get things moving. And then come back into your elbows, just lifting the elbows. Up and back. And then into the shoulders. Just lifting those shoulders. And then let your shoulders relax down. But continue the movement into your hips. You might want to just separate your feet a bit further. So just enjoying that lovely figure of 8. You can pop your hands on your hips if you wish. As your hips move, it's like you're creating a figure of 8, transferring weight. But we're also focused on the soles of the feet. So take a moment's pause and change your direction. And then let your arms be included and just enjoy a softness as you start to create a nice figure of 8 with the hands. And then let the figure of 8 continue in the hips, but bring it more into the hands. Step your feet wider apart and start to really explore the space around. Twisting the spine, turning. You can bend further down towards the ground, bend your knees. Just let this movement be your own. You can feel as though you're freshening up your energy body for the weekend, for the year. Noticing the air, warm air passing by your hands. And I'm going to invite you to fold forwards into a wide leg forward bend, but still keep your figure of 8 moving and start to trace a number 8 just on the ground, well, just in front of you. And then let your movement come to stillness and just fold forward. You can bend your knees and hold your elbows as you come down into a forward bend. And just holding those elbows gently swing from side to side. Feeling that relaxation through your spine. And then let both hands come down towards the ground. Walk your feet back to hip distance. Bend your knees and start to lift up. As you lift up, really use your glutes, strengthen your legs, and we're going to take the hands right through the midline, reach up. Breathe in as you reach up and really enjoy that stretch. Palms come together, shoulders relax, hands come down in front of the heart. And relax your hands down by your sides. So we've moved the shoulders, we've shaken out the body, we've cleansed the energy body. The only thing we need to do is really twist, give the spine a couple of twists. So let your knees be nice and soft. Have your feet facing forwards and just stop turning from left to right. Keep the arms quite low to begin with. The arms direct this movement. So with your hands low, you feel the twist at the base of the spine. Feel as though you're just turning from the axes. The spine being the central channel. As you begin to build a bit of momentum, start to let the hands, the arms lift up. Just tapping in around the kidney area. And we're going to take the arms a bit higher and come to the level of the elbows. At elbow level, hopefully you'll start to feel the stretch around the middle of your back. And coming up that bit more, shoulders. And the arms are loose. And let the arms go up into the space above. Gorgeous twist through your spine. And with your arms up above again, notice the air, that feeling as your hands whiz by. It really brings us into that present moment, connecting with the elements. The element of air is all about space. The arms come down. And you notice they feel a bit lighter. Going to go into the second stage, lifting your heel. As you lift your heel, also lift the sternum. So your spine lengthens. And again, we're going to take the arms up steadily. As well as getting the heart rate going, we also hydrate the discs in the back when we do this. So it's like you're giving your spine a nice drink. Just letting the hands come to shoulder level. And give the other arm a little tap. Do you know, it's so different teaching yoga in the morning to the evening. It really is. Your arms go up overhead. Stretch out your fingers. And then let those really relaxed arms come down. And our third stage is to bend the knees. Stretch out your quads. Moving the feet. And stretch, lowering the body closer to the ground. And let the body come back to sleep. Heart rates. Circle your hips a few times. Yes, and then let your body come into a stationary position. Give your wrists a couple of figure of 8. And then go the other way as well. And then let your hands relax down by your sides. I'm going to have a little drink actually. So we're going to embark upon a series of postures that you've done many, many times before. And I just love the familiarity, how your body knows what we're going to be doing. So we're going to come into Tadasana mountain pose. So first of all, let your feet come to hip distance. You can close one eye, just hover your fist between the two arches. Lift your toes, stretch your toes out. And then place your toes down and feel the soles of the feet spreading. Your foundation, your base. Feel the arches lift ever so slightly. And just allowing the weight to be down through the legs, through the feet. You're going to draw awareness up from the ground, steadiness and strength from the earth. So just let your awareness come towards your feet, heels. And let that awareness just rise up into your calf muscles and your knees. Just check the knees are soft. Rising up through the thighs, and then just let your pelvis park into neutral. So you can pop your hands onto your hips and you can tilt your pelvis forward, tilt it backwards, and then just find that middle ground. Release your hands, breathe out, and lift pelvic floor. Let it draw up towards the crown of the head. And then take in those lower abdominal muscles. Draw them back towards your spine. Keep breathing. Next in-breath takes the awareness up towards the sternum. And we find space in the chest. Just take a couple of breaths here. And then your next in-breath lifts your shoulders, takes your shoulders up towards your ears, and it just takes those shoulders back. I'm just going to invite you to do that as many times That's what you feel. Sometimes it can take a couple of breaths to find that perfect posture for you. And then let your chin draw in, let the crown of the head rise up. And as you arrive into this quieter place, body drops into mountain pose, Tadasana. Just taking a few breaths here in that steadiness, that stillness. And then we're just going to begin to rock backwards and forwards, really press the soles of the feet into the ground. Core muscles will engage. Feel as though you're exploring the soles of your feet. And then arrive back to stillness. Let the weight go over towards the right side of each foot. And then take it into your heels, sides of the left foot. And just enjoy a circle around the outsides of the feet. If you feel wobbly or not steady, just open your eyes or hook the toes into the mat. This is great for quieting your mind. Let yourself become still. Fresh core. And then go the other way. And then arrive back to your still place. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. You may feel a bit more space. Maybe let your right palm come out so your palm faces up, just in front of the navel, and your left palm goes overhead. So both palms are facing one another. Now breathe in, lengthening your spine. And then as you breathe out, just let the body come over into that sideways stretch. Let your right shoulder really relax. And the body in one plane, just holding for a moment or two. Breathe in steadily and evenly. Engage core, breathe in, lift, and circle your arms around. In breath helps you to rise up, and then the out breath, you just come over into that sideways stretch. Using your out breath to relax into. Engage core, breathe in, lift, circle your arms. We're going to do this one 3 times. It's our second one. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out. Come over into your sideways stretch. Relax your right shoulder. And press down into the sole of the left foot. Experience those gills on your ribs. A little bit. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, circle your arms around. Breathe in to rise and breathe out. Come over into that stretch, pressing down into the sole of your right foot. And lifting up one more time, circle around. And then go back into that stretch. Lift, circle. Breathe in, exhale, breathe out. And you notice each time you sink down, you arrive a little bit deeper, relaxing that left shoulder. Lovely, come back up, use your core, let your palms face forward, and then bring them out in front, elbows come together, and then you turn the palms in towards you. Just giving you more instruction than usual. Feel as though you've got your middle fingers that have got threads attached to them. Let those fingers rise up. Really keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. And this is a stretch for the back. Stretches latissimus dorsi, the broadest muscle in the body. Breathing evenly in the shape. Breathe out, let your arms come down. Stage 2 invites us to come onto the balls of the feet. So it's up to you if you want to do that. So as you breathe in, let your arms go up. Come onto the balls of the feet if you wish. Core muscles on. Keep breathing in that shape. Let your heels come down, your arms come down. We're going to do it one more time. Let the arms lift up. Breathe in, rise up. Really balance. Bring your heels down, let your arms come down. And then open your arms up like big, magnificent wings. Lovely. Everything's going to draw in now. So you bend your knees, you pop your core muscles on, bring the backs of the hands in towards your shoulders. Engage core breathing. When you're ready to breathe out, expand and let go. Like 3 times again. So second time drawing in and release. Stretching out the arms. Third time. Take it into your core, breathe in and breathe out. Really let your arms come down by your sides. A few rotations into the arms. And we're going to take the arms up to shoulder height. So let the movement come right down from your spine. It comes through the biceps, the elbows, the wrists, even into the fingers. Let the arms lift. If that's where you fancy this morning, you can come up to shoulder height. And let the arms come back down. Twisting away, releasing any tension. And then your arms come back down by your sides. Give them a shake. Lift the hands up now. Place your hands on your collarbones or your shoulders. And it's a whole body movement that includes a spinal wave. But we just start off by making little circles with the elbows. A couple of circles. Let your knees sink. And your breath be included. So you breathe in as the elbows lift. And breathe out as they come down. In the first stage, let your focus be on the chest, on the pecs. We stretch. This also works into the heart center, energetic heart. Okay, just one more of these big circles. And then let your elbows come close in front and then take it the other way. And really let your head be included. So there's a little dip as the arms come down. And this stage is all about the back. And then just let those arms relax down. Or just take a breath or two. Just let them relax down. Just take a moment to recognize how you're feeling right now. So our next stage is to twist the spine. And we're going to do 2 stages this morning. I won't bother demonstrating because you've seen them all many times before. And I'm very confident that you know what you're doing. We can just separate your feet so they are about shoulder distance. And the first stage is done with very soft knees. And just breathe out, feel the ground under your feet. Lengthen your spine. And as you breathe in, let your arms just lift up. So the arms are parallel out in front. Now we're going to turn the body from the base of the spine towards the right. And it takes a couple of breaths to get round. So just start turning your hips towards the right. And then there's a stop. And then you breathe in, lift again, and turn a bit more. So it's like your spine is like a spiral staircase. And eventually it will come all the way up to the top of the spine. The arms remain parallel. Yep, you're all good. And then take one more breath in, lift sternum. And then as you breathe out, let your hips come back first of all. Middle of the back, upper back, in shoulders. Arms always parallel. Again, breathe in, lift sternum, so your spine lifts. Turn your hips towards the left. And then follow that pattern of breathing in, lifting, breathe in, breathe out, twist. Let your head be included as well. Arms remain parallel. Feels a bit strange. And then breathe in again, lift sternum. And then as you breathe out, let your hips come back to the front, middle of the back, upper back and shoulders. Turn your right foot towards the right, prepare to come onto the ball of the left foot. Bring your arms down, give them a shake. It's not endurance. I forget when I'm stood here because I can talk forever with my arms up, but I know full well what it's like on the other side. So I'm hoping you've got your feet, your right foot's 90 degrees, left foot's forward. Happily come onto the ball of that foot. Breathe in, let the arms come up. So the arms always remain parallel, in line with the shoulders. Turn your hips towards the right, you get so far. Come onto the ball of your left foot, let your ankle turn, continue that twist around. Now you want to make sure the weight is through your left leg, back leg, and you feel really steady and secure. Breathe in, lift sternum. Breathe out, twist a bit more. Now place your left hand onto your right shoulder. Breathe in, lift sternum one more time. Breathe out, twist a bit more. And if you wish, you can take your right arm down and just fold it into the small of your back. We'll do 2 stages in one. And then if you feel steady and secure, you can breathe in, breathe out. Just twist a little bit more and you can gently guide that right shoulder. And then unravel your arms, let your arms come back to parallel. Bring your hips back around to the front and all the way back around. Relax your arms down. And then we're going to go the other way. So this time it's your left foot turning. Core muscles on, breathe in, let those arms lift up. As you breathe out, hips go to the left, you get so far, all of the left foot. Continue that twist around. I turn so I can see you. So you've got your weight through your right leg, your right arm comes onto your left shoulder. Breathe in, lift sternum, twist a bit more, and then place your left arm into the small of the back. Pause in for a moment, breathe in. As you breathe out, just twist a bit more, guide your right shoulder. This is amazing for your spine, for the discs, gives them a real nice hydration. Coming back to the front now, letting your hips come back around, unravel your arms and relax your hands down by your side. Well done. Not easy, that one. It looks it, but it's not. In my training, we spent more time on that twist than anything else. To say, it's so precise. Oh, I love it. I can see all your smile. The twist has done its magic. You're smiling. Now it's neck stuff now. With neck stuff, we don't hold it, as you know. And the first neck movement we're going to do just requires you to breathe in and lengthen your spine. And then as you breathe out, extend your head forward like a tortoise, and then just let your chin come onto your chest. Spend a moment or two here with your head relaxed down. Breathing steadily. And then on your in-breath, draw your chin in, create double chin. And then you're going to lift your head up and feel a gorgeous stretch from the chin down towards the collarbones. On your out breath, bring your head back to neutral. We're just going to do these 2 times, so we've just got one more. But breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, extend your head forward, let your chin come down to your chest. As you breathe in now, draw that chin in. And then lift the head up, so you've got a micro spinal wave. In that stretch, breathe in. Breathe out, come back to neutral. Second neck movement, we're going to lower the hard bony bit behind your ear down towards your shoulder. And what we're doing is we're stretching the other side, which is called sternocleidomastoid processes. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, let your head come over, and only hold for as long as what's comfortable for you. Breathe in, engage core, let your head lift up. The head come down to the other side. Steady, even breaths. Breathe in, lift up. You go into it again, so let your head come down to the other side. Now this time, make a gentle fist with your left hand. And it's just as though you're drawing your arm down the seam of your trousers. Remember, no strain. Relax your hand, breathe in, lift your head up. Goes the other way. With the right hand, makes that little fist, drawing down. Beautiful. Relax your hand, engage core, lift back up. Third neck movement. It's an absolute favourite. And we're just gonna do what I call the salamander eyes. So first of all, just let your eyes look towards the right. And then turn your head. Let your eyes come back to the centre. Then turn your head. Let your eyes go to the left. Turn your eyes back to the middle. Turn your head. Okay, this time the breath comes into it as well. So breathe in, lengthen your spine. Turn your eyes to the right. Breathe out to the right. Eyes to the middle. Breathe in towards the middle. Eyes to the left. Breathe out towards the left. Eyes to the middle and breathe in back to the middle. And then if you want to do that one more time in your own time and space, just invite you to. Wonderful. It's such a relaxing movement. The neck movements, they affect what we call Vishuddhi chakra, the throat center. So they can bring amazing peace and clarity. So if you do feel a bit stuck, just to do them on their own is really valuable. So some forward bends now, I think. You've just given me an idea, Chloe. Forward bends. Place your hands underneath your ribs, fingers pointing down. Lift your ribs up. Pop your core muscles on, slide your hands into that sacrum and just soften your knees and fall back. Keep your chin towards your chest as you stretch the front of your body. Lovely. Engage core, breathe in, lift your body up and then hinge forward into your tabletop. As you come into tabletop, bend your knees, engage core, let the crown of the head hover over the ground. And then engage core, breathe in, start to steadily rise up. Breathing in as you rise, breathe out, ease hips forward, chin towards your chest. And then lifting up again, breathe out, come forward, tabletop, bend your knees, core muscles engage crown of the head. Always let your arms come down in front. Let your knees bend, come down into a bit of a squat. Engage core, let your hands lift up. So your arms are parallel, palms face the ground. Done it slightly different, sorry. That's why it's confusing. Bring your fingertips back down towards the ground, lift your hips and pelvis, draw your chin in towards your shins. Going back down again, so coming back down towards the mat, you can lift your heels. Engage core, lift up into your squat, palms face the mat. Draw your arms back so your palms face forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your fingertips back down onto the mat. Lift your hips and pelvis. Come into a forward bend. And then walk your feet further apart. So they are a bit wider than shoulder distance. Hold your elbows, bend your knees, and gently swing between the two big toes. And this movement is all about your hamstrings. It's also about the spine, the neck, the head. Okay, now relax your arms for a moment and place your right hand on the outside of your left leg. Like this. Bring the other arm around and just allow your head to relax down. Turn your head towards your left armpit. I'm hoping you've got a big stretch through the right side. Relax your arms, come back through the other way. Place your left hand on the outside of your right foot. Look towards the left. Okay, relax. Bend both of your knees, engage core, lift up. So you're kind of like this. Turn the toes of your right foot 90 degrees, bring your left heel into line. So both feet are diagonal. Lift up. You want your hips square over your right leg with your right knee bent to start off with. You're going to fold your abdomen down towards your thigh so it really activates your digestive organs, stretches out the IT band down the side of the leg and your hamstrings. Relax in this forward bend. Take a few breaths using your out breath to relax into it. Now, if your leg wants to straighten, create a deeper stretch, that's okay. So remember, no strain or pain though. Wonderful. Bend that leading knee, lift up, engage core. I always like to paddle my feet around, but it's up to you how you get there. So left knee bends, hips square over that leg, fold your abdomen down towards it, hold on. You can hold on to the ground if that's good for you. I always hold on to my knee and my ankle. Long, steady, even flowing breaths. Just relaxing into it, let your head relax. If the leg wants to straighten, that's fine. And then come back to the middle. Hold your elbows one more time, mini swing between your two big toes. You can place your hands on the mat if you wish. Walk your feet back together and we're going to come up to standing now. So you're going to stand up, stacking each vertebra, and we're going to take the hands right through the midline of the body and reach up. Wonderful. Palms come together and you guide those hands down in front of your heart. Take a moment to just stand in that peace, in that calm that you've created. Just tuning in to soles of the feet, the hands. And then release your hands down by your sides. And again, you still might want to stand for a moment. And then you'd be pleased to know we're going to have a lay down. Just a little one. Come down onto your tummies into crocodile pose. Just for a second. So down onto your tummy, separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out, and fold one arm on top of the other. Place your forehead onto the backs of your arms and take some nice steady breaths again. And in this shape, in your crocodile pose, it will help to soothe you. It will relax you. It takes all the pressure from your spine. So it allows those energy centers to come into harmony. And just allow your mind to quickly scan through the body and just check that your feet feel okay, your ankles, your knees, the tops of the thighs. And then as you arrive to the pelvic bowl, to your hips and your abdomen, take a big deep breath in, feel the pressure of the ground. And as you breathe out, relax that out breath. And we're going to breathe again into that space, into the belly. That expansion and how your body moves as you breathe. Breathe out, relax. Allow that body scan to move from the base of the spine to thread your awareness through each vertebra, to your chest, your shoulders, your arms. And then begin to start moving and just start to bring your heels in closer together. So you're just walking your heels in. And your legs are stretched out. You're going to slide your hands underneath your shoulders or side of the ribs and lift up and come into the pose of a child. So your hips come back to join your heels. Your arms are stretched out in front. And if your forehead's down on the mat, that's great. If it isn't, do not worry. Just taking a couple of breaths with your arms out in front. And then we're going to take another sideways stretch. So take both hands over towards the right side. And then what you're going to do is place your left hand onto your right hand or hold your wrist. And some deep breaths here. It's a deeper stretch than what we normally experience. Relax on your out breath. And then walk your hands back through the middle. All the way to the left side. Breathe in, breathe out. And then your right hand might come onto your left hand and just hold there for a sec. Lovely. Let your hands come back to the middle and then bring your arms back by your ankles, palms facing up, forehead down. You can separate your knees a little bit to make space for your body. And then we're going to lift up, come into a kneeling position. You're going to slide your hands forward and lift up onto your hands and your knees. So we're in the starting position for Majariasana cat pose. Yeah, if you want to move your camera so I can see you, you can do. We're going to work with cat pose. So first of all the movements come from the base. You want your head in line with your spine. First of all, breathe out. Engage pelvic floor, abdominals and glutes. Arch your back up towards the ceiling. Let your chin come in towards your chest. And then breathe in as you bring your head forward. That flow moves through each vertebra, lengthening your spine. And your head comes up. But you're moved by your muscles. Breathe out, engage glutes, core, draw tummy button up towards the spine. Chin comes in towards the chest. Breathe in as you reverse that way, flowing down. Head comes up. And then I'm going to invite you to get into that flow, moving at your own pace with your breath. And this pose connects you to the earth element, connects you to your physical body, to the ground. Feel steady and strong. Come back to neutral. If I come back to neutral and go back into pose of a child for a second, give your arms a rest. Forget that you've had a break. And then we're going to rise back up. In fact, just come up to a kneeling position, make yourself comfy. I'll demonstrate what we're going to do because it's something we've not done before. And it's all right for me to keep explaining stuff, but you can't really see when you're doing this move. So we're going to do a little bit of it's a flow. It's called a kriya, and all we're going to do is move from the cat to the plank to the child's pose. So I shall show you. Come on, Kelly. You want to make sure you've got plenty of space. So and there's breath that goes with it. So I'm going to invite you to come into your cat pose. First of all, breathe in your cat. So breathe in. Tuck your toes under, come into the plank. So just make sure you've got enough space, that's it. So a nice long plank. We'll do physical first, actually. Bring your knees down. You might want to separate your knees a little bit. Come back down into child pose. Now this time we're going to bring the breath into it. So breathe in as you come up onto hands and knees for your cat. Breathe in. Tuck your toes under, plank pose, breathe out. Lovely. Breathe in, bring your knees down to the mat. Come into child's pose. And breathe out. So breathing in, rise up. Breathe out into your plank. Breathe in. And breathe out as you come into your child. We'll do it 2 more times. So breathe in, lift up. Breathe out as you come into your plank. That's it, body in a straight line. Breathe out, knees come down. Come into your child pose as you breathe out. Okay, final time, breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, tuck toes under, body comes to plank. Breathe in. And breathe out into your child pose. This time, bring your hands back by your ankles. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. And just stay nice and still there for a moment or 2. Adjust your knees as you need to. Just take a few breaths there, feeling of restoration, restoring your energy. And then just making your way back into a seated position. Have a drink of water. I hope you're all right. I'm going to stand up again now. So I hope you enjoyed that little flow. We're going to come up and we're going to work with the gorgeous, most gorgeous tree pose, Vrikshasana. So yeah, just adjust your cameras a little bit. So we've got our gorgeous tree pose. We just lost Lindsay for a second. So whilst we're waiting for her to return, we'll come into Tadasana Mountain Pose. So just get your feet hip distance again. Here she is. Heel down into your feet, the ground underneath. As you breathe in, drawing that earth energy, that steadiness into your legs. Just as you stand in this mountain pose, engage the muscles in your legs, calf muscles, quads and glutes. And breathe into that strength. And then as you breathe out, just gently soften. And then lengthen. Hips into neutral, sternum lifts. Take your shoulders back. Reaching in. Just going to tune into your body wisdom. Begin to just transfer your weight between your left and right foot. So there's an element of swaying, transferring that weight. You can lift your right foot off the ground, your left foot. And just placing those feet down with absolute care. Come back to something. Lift your right heel, place it against your ankle. If you've got any hip or knee problems, keep your knee forward. If you haven't, you can take the knee out to the side. Pop your glutes on, pop your core muscles on, feel those core muscles really working for you. Let your arms come in front, and we're going to lift both of the arms up, lifting the ribs, let your palms come together. And we're just going to hold that shape for a moment or two. Take a couple of breaths, feel the space in your ribs. Pressing palms together, bring your hands down in front of your heart. Turning the hands forward, so your fingers point forwards, and then stretch your arms out in front. And then peel the hands apart. Let the arms open wide, but still make sure you can see the hands out of the corners of your eyes. Check your core muscles are still on. Let your palms face down, lift your foot, and then let the three limbs travel down at the same time. We take your weight into your right leg. Now this time we're going to synchronize everything and bring the breath in. So place your left heel against your ankle, breathe in as the arms lift. Really filling up the lungs, filling that strength, hips and pelvis in neutral. Keep breathing. Breathe out, press palms together, bring your hands down in front of your heart. Breathe in, turn your hands forward. And breathe out, extend those arms out in front. Breathe in, separate the palms, open the arms wide. Release your foot, release your hands, everything comes back to them. This time, if you want to lift your foot up and place it against your calf muscle, you can. Put your glutes on, check your hips and pelvis are level. Breathing in, lifting those arms. Wonderful. Breathe out, bring your hands down. Then turn those hands forward. Breathe out, extend those arms forward. Breathe in, separate arms, open wide. Arms face down. Release, let go. Bring it over to the earth. Take your weight into your right leg, lift your left foot. Breathe in as those arms lift. Arms come together. Just finding again something to focus on to keep you steady. You breathe in, hands turn forwards, extend those arms out in front. Lovely. Breathe in, open the arms wide. Breathe out, bring the foot down. Lifting your foot a bit higher if you wish. Make sure there's no pressure against the knee. Core muscles are on. Breathing in. And breathe out. Let the arms come down. Breathe in, turn those hands forwards. Exhale, send the arms out in front. Lovely stretch through the back. And you breathe in. Opening wide into that heart center. Release your foot, release your hands. So lifting the left foot, placing it wherever you wish. Against the leg. Core muscles on, breathing in, hips and pelvis level. Exhale as those hands come down. Breathe in, turn your hands forwards. Extend those arms out in front. Lovely, opening the chest, the arms. Getting that lovely balance, focus. Release your hands down. I'm going to invite you just to work with that a few times at your own pace. So going as fast or as slow as you wish. As you bring your hands down, visualize the light pouring down through the arms and hands. It becomes brighter as you turn your hands. Offer it forward. Beautiful. Sending that light forward, breathing in, brightens, fills your body. Movements. This time keep both feet down, just let your arms come up. Arms up overhead, let your tree move and flow. Just allowing your body to move again. Whatever feels good for you this morning. And bend so we don't break. When life's challenges come by, build so much resilience and strength. We bounce back with ease. Come back to your center point. Breathe in, just reach up. And then as you breathe out, just guide those hands down. Close your eyes for a moment. And stand in stillness. Om Shri Vrikshasana Namaha. Salutations to the tree. Bring its steadiness and strength. Release your hands now. Let your hands be by your sides. And I think it's time. It might be time to have a lay down. It's time for a lay down, but before we actually go into relaxation, we're going to go through a lot of those deep fascia stretches that I know you really enjoy. Pop all your blanket, pop your socks and your warm stuff on, because your body cools so much after yoga. And just come down onto your backs. As you come onto your back, bend your knees. Just place your hands onto your belly. Check your spine's nice and long. Just feeling that breath, feeling the belly. And as you breathe in, sending that breath down into the bottom of the lungs, into the abdomen. Expanding on the out breath out, relaxing and softening as you breathe out. And then releasing your hands from your abdomen. Let your knees come down towards your chest. And you can place your hands onto your knees and begin to just have a rock from side to side. It relaxes the sacrum. Placing your hands onto your knees and just start to circle your knees. And both knees are moving in their own circles this time. It's a little bit different to what we usually do. And then change direction. And then sending both knees around in the same direction. And as you do that, let that pressure really move around that sacrum, the sacral bone. After a few rotations one way, go the other way. And if you ever find that you're unsettled, just doing these kind of movements really help to soothe you, bring you back to your center. Lovely. Just pause for a moment and I'm trying to think what comes next. Lift both legs up in the air. Lift both arms up in the air. And just start to circle with your arms and your wrists. So it's another one that's really good for the brain. Go around a few times in one direction. And then change direction, go the other way. Lovely, give your body a little shake up there. Engage core, breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your arms and your legs come down onto the mat. And just relax down there for a moment or two. Bring your right knee in towards you, just hold your right knee. Breathe in, as you breathe out, press your right knee down towards your chest. Press the back of the left thigh into the mat. Stretch it away from you. And then relax your stretch. Just circle your knee a few times in its hip socket. Let your circles become bigger. And then swap your knees over. So let your left knee come in. Slide your left leg away. Let the leg lay flat on the mat. Breathe in, as you breathe out, press that knee down. Press the back of the right thigh down to the mat. It's allowing your psoas muscle to lengthen. And then release your stretch, circle your knee a few times. And then we'll work with this leg that you're holding on to. So place your left foot either on your right knee or near it. We're going to do the half Maltese cross that we do every week. Bring your hand onto your knee. Place the other arm down on the mat, and it's just about shoulder height or just underneath. Breathe in, and then on your out breath, just start rolling towards the right, and we're going to roll in and out of it. So just let the body take its time. So it's a really gentle rocking, and then using your core to come back to the middle. You can turn your head towards your arm as well. And then when you feel ready, go into your full shape, let your head turn. And once you arrive there, just relax. Let go of all your core muscles. No holding on to anything. Creating a lovely pathway through your spine, energy rising. Use your core, roll back to the middle. Straighten up your hips. Slide your right leg away. Slide your left leg away. Bring your right foot up onto your knee. Left hand goes onto the knee, right arm goes on the mat, and you begin to rock. In breath brings you to the middle, out breath takes you over. And then relax into your stretch. Turn your head so you look the other way. Just allowing the body to surrender. Surrender into gravity. Just tuning into that ease. Now roll yourself back to the middle. And for one final time, just hug those knees in tight. And then we're going to end with a pose that I've become quite fond of. Lift your legs up, and you can either place your hands so between your legs, and you can either hold on to the outsides of your feet or the insides of your feet, and you just relax in what's called the happy baby pose. And if you feel like you want to rock a little bit from side to side, you can. It's up to you. There's many different ways of holding the feet. Just relaxing there, and it's so soothing, so relaxing. You can hold the ankles. You can hold the tops of the feet. You can hold on wherever you wish, really. And then when you're ready, bring your feet back together, bring your knees back together, and let your legs just come down. Let your feet roll out to the side, palms face up. And you pop your blankets over you. And just get yourself really ready for a beautiful relaxation. You roll down. And I ask one of you to just give me a thumbs up. If you can hear this noise, give me a thumbs up. If it sounds awful, wave your hand. You might not even hear it. I don't think you can hear it. So that's all right. I was just trying the singing bowl. So now you are laid back. You are in your relaxation shape. We're going to work with Shavasana. So we're going to do a really deep relaxation. So just begin by tuning into your breath. When I say that, tuning into the sound of your breath. Hear that sound of the breath. And then notice the breath coming into your body, and notice the pathway as it travels down from the nostrils down through the throat into the lungs, and feel that expansion in your lungs and into your belly. As you breathe out, feel as though the breath is traveling down through the legs and out through the feet. And then bringing your awareness down towards your toes. And as you breathe in now, draw the toes in towards you. Feel a stretch through the backs of the legs. Now take a breath in. When you're ready to breathe out, relax your legs, put the toes away. Breathe in again, draw those toes in. And breathe out. Breathe in, lifting the knees, lifting the kneecaps up towards your body. Feel that tightness in your quads, breathing it in. And breathe out, softening the knees, softening the quads. Breathe into your glutes, tightening both of your glutes, core muscles. And breathe out and let go. Press down into the sacrum. Feel as though you're massaging that space one more time. And breathe out. Tighten your core muscles one more time. So drawing pelvic floor up, abdominals back. Breathing into it. And breathe out. Awareness rise a little bit further now up towards your shoulder blades. And just bring your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Let your back arch. Chest lifts. Breathe in. Breathe out. Place your shoulders back down and really tune into your back. You might want to press down into the ground, just feel really settled. And then roll your thumbs in towards your palms and roll your arms in towards you. Feel that lovely stretch through the top of your back, breathing it in. Breathe out, roll the palms away, palms face up, and then your fingers curl. Coming towards the neck now, turning your head one way and then the other. Really relaxing your neck. Back to the middle. Scrunch up your eyes, follow up the brow. Spend a few moments with your face. Lovely. Relax your face now. Take a breath in and again hear the sound of that breath. Feel the breath as it flows down into your lungs, into your abdomen, that nourishing breath. And as you breathe out, just direct that breath to any part of your body that might need that little bit extra. And then we're going to use the breath as a way to bring peacefulness into the body. Let that focus come back to the soles of the feet. And we're going to breathe a feeling of peacefulness into the feet. And feel that feeling as it soothes the soles of your feet, your toes, the bones in your feet, top of the foot, the ankle. Feel the peace. Breathe out. That peaceful feeling now ripple up into your ankle joint, into your shin, calf. Peaceful feeling rises into your knees. And it nourishes any aches, any pains. It soothes, and then you breathe out. Soothing feeling now arrives into the thighs, into the bones within your leg. As you breathe in, that feeling flows up into the hips, into the pelvic bowl, and the organs here are deeply nourished. As you breathe out, you just let go. Breathe into the belly now, softening, soothing, peace fills me. As you breathe out, that peace is released. And into the front of the body now, the chest, the abdomen. Just allow that lovely nourishing feeling of peacefulness to wash through you. You breathe out, you let go. Peace in the back of the body now, in your spine, the base, your shoulders. And then you breathe out and let go. And then the central column of the body. And you tune into that space. The spine, breathe in that feeling of peace through the central axes of the body. You breathe now. And that peaceful feeling now arrives into your throat, into your face, your ears, forehead, back of the head. And then just letting go. And then inviting that peaceful feeling to be present in any part of your body that I may not have mentioned. So allowing it to fill every cell, every tissue. And then the out breath is released. Then your body sinks down. You sink into a place of deep relaxation. Just inviting you to spend a few moments here, can start to begin to reawaken the body. This begins by taking a deep breath in, and again, once more, hearing the sound of that breath. Taking it deep down into your body, and as you breathe out, just start to move your fingers and your toes, to move the face and just explore tiny movements. Hearing any sounds outside the room. And then noticing if there are any sounds closer to you inside the room. And then notice the clothes or the blanket close to your skin. Again, enjoying those breaths and moving the body in your own unique way. Awakening to this gorgeous day. We're going to use the brightness of the sun to re-energize us. The sun, the friend of all, who shines on each of us equally. And that gorgeous light of the sun in your mind's eye, see the colours of the sunrise, a blessing, and the colours of bright orange, red, sparkling yellow. There's rays of light, warm the crown of your head. Just inviting that light to pour down over your body, feeling of joyfulness as it flows down through the central column of the body, brings balance and harmony. The light flows down over the face and it reawakens your eyes, your senses of smell and hearing, taste, touch. Really breathing in and moving the body, the light flows down into the organs within your body. It gives you that boost over the shoulders, the arms, the hands, down into the spine, into your hips, into your knees. And this light flows through you rapidly, like a river of light. It energizes and brightens physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. So when you feel ready, just turn over and to whichever side suits you best. And then there comes a time to start pressing your palms down into the mat. And just bringing yourself gently back to a seated position. And just keep your eyes closed and sit just for a moment. I've been looking in my little book this morning and I found a poem about joy. And I thought it might be nice to read it to you. It's just beautiful. It says, and joy is everywhere. It is in the earth's green covering of grass, in the blue serenity of the sky, in the reckless exuberance of spring, in the severe abstinence of grey winter, in the living flesh that animates our bodily frame, in the perfect poise of the human figure, noble and upright, in living, in the exercise of all our prayers, in the acquisition of knowledge, in fighting evils. Joy is there everywhere. And that's by Rabindranath Tagore. He was a great sage. Just thought that was a nice piece to share with you. So just let your hands come together, rub your hands together. And then place those lovely warm palms over your eyes. Open the eyes up into your palms. Separate your fingers. And give your forehead a little tap. And just gently tap yourself so you arrive back into your physical body. Tap through then just dust off anything you don't need. And just end with a lovely hook. Give the other side a hook as well. And then we just end by bringing the palms together, sealing this morning's practice. Hands come down to your heart. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. I do hope you enjoyed this morning's class. It's just an absolute gift and a pleasure to be here on Fridays with you. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. It was fantastic. Yeah,
It's lovely
fantastic to be back.
Have a lovely day, and
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I'll see you very, very soon.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, me too.
Tuesday, yay! Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a lovely weekend,
So-
everyone.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Good weekend.